Hey, welcome back everybody. On today's episode, I'm going to be looking at a system that's called Mageia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Mageia. And we're currently on their installer now, so it's set to English American. I'm going to click next. And we have a license agreement, okay? I'm not sure what that's about, but I'll click accept. Next, and it's selected US keyboard. Click next, and right here, use free space or custom disk partitioning. I'll just stick to the use free disk space. And the following media have been found and will be used during install. Core release, non-free release. Do you have supplementary installation medium to configure? None. Click next. Here you can enable more media if you want. Click next. And it's a desktop selection. Plasma, Gnome, or custom. I'll just stick with Plasma. Looks like the installation is underway, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now. Usually installations take between 5 and 10 minutes, so I'll be back once it's done. Okay, we're back and we are prompted for the user management. So let's see. It's asking for a password. I'll go ahead and give it a password. Have the password again. Asking for a name. Password again. All right, I'll click on next. It's asking me to please wait. Prepare an initial startup program. Be patient, this may take a while. Choose a monitor. Okay, system. Time zone, it has it selected as New York. That's not correct. So I need to look for Los. Okay, dating time zone. Automatic time. Wow, this thing is going very detailed. Country, region, United States, bootloader, user management. I'm just going to click next. Bootloader installation in progress. All right, let's see. You now have the opportunity to set up online media. This allows to install security updates. To set up those media, you will need to have a working internet connection. Do you want to set up the update media? I'm just going to leave it on yes. Bringing up the network. All right, it appears that everything is installed now, so we're going to go ahead and reboot and take a look at Mageia, however you pronounce it. All right, we're at the login screen, so you have to enter your login manually and then your password. I'll click on login. All right, we're presented with a welcome screen, but before I get into that, I'm going to get into the display manager and fix that, as we are not at the right display. So display and monitor, 1920 by 1080, apply, keep, and we'll go ahead and close this now. And now we'll take a look at our welcome. So this is the welcome screen for Mageia. I believe this is Mageia 9. And it says welcome to Mageia Linux Hub. So that's the first tab. The second tab gives you a selection for media sources. So you also have some buttons here that'll take you to different sections. Next tab takes you to your update manager. Then you have MCC, which I believe is Mageia Control Center. Also has documentation. Then we have install software, RPM Drake. So I believe this is based on Enterprise. If it's using RPM Drake and DNF, yeah, it's going to be some form of Enterprise Fedora type system. Then we have another tab for applications. Then your configuration. Congratulations, you are now running Mageia 9. You are using Linux kernel 6.4.9. Your system architecture is 64-bit. You are now using the desktop KDE Plasma. Your user ID is 1000. You are connected to a network through ENS3. There's also the about. And for more information, you have plenty more links to take a look at other stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and uncheck this and get out of it. And like I said, this is the KDE Plasma desktop environment. So the panel's on the bottom on this one, and on the right we have our system tray. So the first button on our system tray is going to be our shutdown session manager. So clicking on that will bring up the same shutdown as if you open up your applications launcher. I'll click cancel on that because I'm not trying to shut down. You also have a lock screen right next to it. Next to that you have a clock and date. So date and time basically. Clicking on it opens up a calendar. Click on it again, make it go away. Then we have our drop down menu that pulls up all these other applets that are running in the background. Then we have a volume rocker. So here you have a line out control, line in control. And then we also have a network adapter. So here you can set up your Wi-Fi and all that if you had it installed. And that's our system tray. On the left hand side, closer to the start application menu, we have our pinned apps. So we have Firefox, Mageia Control Center, System Settings, and Dolphin Off File Manager. And then right here which says Show Activity Manager. And then peek at desktop. So let's take a look at Firefox, see what version we're running. And we'll go to Help, About Firefox, and 102.13.0 ESR, Extended Support Release. Same one as Debian. You know what, since I have the web open, do a search on Mageia, just to see what it says on his website. Mageia 9, released in August 2023, stable, secure operating system for desktop and server. Well, we'll look at the About Us, see what that says. Mageia is a GNU Linux-based free software operating system. It is a community project supported by a nonprofit organization of elected contributors. Our mission, to build great tools for people. Beyond just delivering a secure, stable, and sustainable operating system, the goal is also to become and maintain a credible and recognized community in the free software world. To date, Mageia started in September 2010 as a fork of Mandriva. Okay. Gather hundreds of careful individuals and several companies worldwide who co-produce the infrastructure, the distribution itself, documentation delivery, and support using free software tools. Released 8 major stable releases in June 2011 and May 2012 and May 2013, February 2014. Pretty much all the dates you get it. Alright. The next pinned app is Mageia Control Center. So I wonder, it's asking for a password. So here you can install software, update your system, configure updates. That's on the software management. Then we have hardware. So if you have it like mouses or specific hardware that's plug and play, you will find it on here. Network managing, system, network sharing, local disk, security, and boot. See if this thing has an about. It does. About Mageia Control Center. Mageia 9 Default Control Center. Alright, next to that we have our system settings. So this basically is the KDE Plasma system settings. So anything you need to control regarding KDE Plasma, you can do it all from right here, all on the left side. So you can work with your appearance, workspace behavior, window management, shortcuts, startups and shutdown, search, anything. It's very powerful and you can do a whole lot, and it can all be done right here. Alright, let's take a look at our file manager, which is Dolphin. And let's take a look at the about. And Dolphin version 23.04.1. File manager. Alright, next let's take a look at our application launcher. And this is located on the bottom left hand side of your panel. Clicking on it brings up looks like it's just a standard application launcher. You have a list like recent applications, recent files, and then you have your categories like internet, office, graphics, sound and video, tools, development, sciences. Then you have install and remove software, which I believe brings up in a software manager, and your power session for shutdown and all that, which is the same thing that's down here. And then you have some pinned items right here. So let's see, under internet, we already saw Mozilla Firefox, but they do have like FileZilla, which is a standard FTP client. And it opens up showing you FileZilla 3.64.0. So I wonder if it's the same thing as opening in the about. No, the about is a little different. But if you're familiar with FTP clients, then you should be able to get on here, go on Site Manager, set up your credentials, log in, and do as you please with your site or server. All right. Now under Office, we have LibreOffice. So as usual, we always take a look at LibreOffice. It's the equivalent of Microsoft Office, but on Linux. And on the about, we have 7.5.4.2. So it's more of an updated version. Not bad. And moving along, we have our graphics section. We have Digicam, GIMP, GwenView, a few other things here, but we always take a look at GIMP. GIMP is our Photoshop equivalent on Linux. It's just as good for me, so it gets the job done. 2.10.34, stable, gets the job done. And sound and video, we have Kden Live, Pulse Audio, Strawberry, and VLC. So let's take a look at VLC. VLC is a multi-platform, multimedia player. So whatever you want to play right here, you can open your file, open multiple files, open directory, open disk, open network stream, open capture device, open location from clipboard. It does it all. Playback, audio, video, subtitles, tools, view. Let's take a look at the about. VLC Media Player 3.0.18. Alright, and then in our tools, we have a lot of tools here. So let's take a look at console, which is our terminal here. And do we have a, yes we do. Let's go to the about, version 23.04.1 console. It's your terminal emulator. Just wondering if they have HTOP or NeoFetch installed by default. They do not. So we'll do a sudo dnf install HTOP and NeoFetch. See if this works. Okay, so I'm not in the sudoers list, so I guess I'll have to type su, add my password, and now let's go DNF, install, HTOP, NeoFetch. See how that does. Alright, while it's doing that, we'll take a look at other stuff here. So that was in our tools. Then, what else is right here? We saw File Manager, we saw Terminal, we saw web browsers. What else can we see right here? I guess we could start looking at the theming. So open that up, click on Appearance, and I'll open up File Manager. Put that right next to it. And let's see, right now we're currently set up to Mageia by Breeze. Mageia by Breeze, if that is it. Let me try this one, which is Breeze, which is regular Breeze. And that's it. Then we'll look at Breeze Dark. See all the changes right there. Breeze Twilight. And we'll take a look at Oxygen. Alright, I'll set it on Breeze Dark. That one's pretty cool. Alright, not bad. And if you want to change the application style, you can do that. You can change the plasma style. You can change colors, window decorations, fonts, icons, cursors, font management, and splash screen. All can be done here. Like I said, in the KDE system settings, you can change everything from right here. But since we're here, can we look at our backgrounds? If not, we can just right click on the screen. Well, we'll take a look at that right now. Since this is already finished installing, let's take a look at HTOP. And there you can see we're using 1.3 gigs of RAM out of 4, not bad. And the CPU is barely working also. We're in the 1%. Right here we got a 7%er. That's not bad. I mean, we have 16 threads, so it's barely using one. Alright, that's HTOP. Now let's take a look at NeoFetch. Make that bigger. You can see the OS, it's Mageia 9. Kernel we're on is 6.4.9. Desktop environment, Plasma 5.27.5. There's other info here like your window manager, your theme, icons, terminal, CPU, GPU, and your memory. Alright. Since we already looked at themes, now let's do some backgrounds. Go right here, right click on the screen, configure desktop and wallpaper. And we just have two simple wallpapers here. So just clicking on it sets it. If you wanted more wallpapers, you could just open up Firefox or whatever web browser you have, download any photos you have, and set them as your wallpapers. You could just click right here where it says add image, navigate to wherever you downloaded that photo and just select it. And that's our wallpaper system. Alright, that's Mageia 9 pretty much. It's a pretty cool system. Like I said, it's enterprise based. So you know, like Fedora and SUSE, things like that. It's pretty much has the same backbones as that. The installer was a little different. I haven't seen an installer like that before, but hey, it got the job done and it set it up. So just like all my other videos, I'll have a homepage and download link in the video description along with info regarding Mageia 9. Alright, that's going to do it for me. And I'm out.